Welcome back. There was an urgency bill introduced in Sacramento that would allow for doctors and abortion providers in Arizona to come to California with their patients to end pregnancies. This is a result of the state Supreme Court decision in Arizona, which essentially said an 1864 law banning abortions was actionable and the law of the land in that state. Joining us is State Senator Nancy Skinner. She's chair of the Senate Housing Committee and the California Legislative Women's Caucus. She's the co-sponsor of this legislation. So, Senator, did I get that right? Tell us about your bill and what is its goal?
Certainly. The bill is SB 233. And as you mentioned, the Arizona Supreme Court resurrected a dead law, a law that had been passed when women couldn't vote, when it was legal for men to beat their wives. I mean, it's a crazy law. And that law basically bans any and every type of abortion. So the Arizona Attorney General, Chris Mays, put out the call to other states and said, help us out here. And so California responded, and we are going to do an expedited process so that Arizona doctors who meet all the medical licensing requirements can be very quickly licensed in California for a temporary period. And this is analogous to what we have done for doctors who are spouses of military personnel who happen to be stationed in California.
What happens if the legislature in Arizona repeals that law? We know that the House, the State House, did indeed vote to repeal that 1864 law. Does that have any impact?
Well, it's good that the State House has voted to repeal, but it still has to go before the Arizona Senate. So we don't know what they'll do. And then how quickly will it go in effect? So those are 2 points. The other point is let's say the Senate does act and it very quickly goes into effect. Arizona still has a ban, a 15-week ban on abortion.
In Europe, in Germany, it's 12 weeks, and in Italy, it's 12 weeks. It's 14 weeks in France and Spain. If I understand, in California, it's 6 months. It's 24 to 26 weeks. This state is the outlier when it comes to abortion rights, and 6 months is quite a long period. In your view, should there be any restriction of a woman in getting an abortion?
So you reference laws from other countries without the specifics. We don't know what kind of exceptions. We don't know. There's many factors. Also, our other countries have universal health care. So think about it. If you're a person who happened to get pregnant, unplanned, unwanted, and you do not have access to good health care, maybe you don't even realize that you are pregnant until a certain period that's past a time period. And again, most of the places that you referenced have much better health care access than, unfortunately, the U.S. provides. So the basic point is women need to be able to determine what is best for them, for their health, for their futures, for their families.
And I push back on this just a little bit because this is a controversial issue. There are millions of Californians who do not agree with you. The majority certainly do. And the polls, you're correct. Overwhelmingly, people support a woman's right to choose. But those polls also indicate they want restrictions. It's not abortion by demand. Let me just ask you this one last thing.
California voters went to the polls last November.
I understand that. But polls indicate they still want some restrictions. Final question. When Bill Clinton was president, one of the things that Bill Clinton said, and it was part of the Democratic mantra on this issue, is that abortion should be safe, legal, and rare. We never hear that anymore.
All of us want it to be rare. Nobody wants to.
Why don't we hear that? Because I'm waiting for somebody to say that, even at your news conference this past week.
We would have abortions rare if women had full access to all the reproductive care that they need. But even so, unplanned pregnancies can happen. And additionally, pregnancies can happen that are a threat to the woman's health.
State Senator Nancy Skinner, Democrat from Oakland, thank you very much for taking the time.
You're welcome.
Up next, in Sacramento, there was a vote by a legislative committee that got rid of a bill that would have banned non-disclosure agreements when it came to legislative negotiations. The hallway interview from our sister station, KCRA, when we return.